Last night, on the 1-year anniversary of that beautiful St. Patrick's Day massacre against the Philadelphia Flyers, my two little brothers got me tickets to go see the Rangers play the Islanders with them, and then I saw the worst NHL officiating I've ever seen in my entire life. Never yelled more horrible things to anybody. I do not feel bad. Everything I said, I meant it. I still mean it today. The Rangers lose 2-1 to the New York Islanders. Don't get me wrong, this game was amazing. It was like a playoff game. The New York Islanders are on a little bit of an upswing. They've had points in their last 5 games after last night's win, but you can't play most of your season under 500 and expect to go to the playoffs. So if anything, at least the Islanders and their fans had a little taste of playoff hockey because they're probably not going to see much of it at all in this postseason. That's the only thing that made me feel okay about it. It was super fast paced. Both teams were buzzing. You're seeing a lot of aggression. I got to see Ryan Reeves put Chara on his old man ass.
Ryan Reeves indeed. Whoa!
Amazing. We also got to see this matchup of these two Russian superstar goalies. You got Ilya Sorokin for the Islanders and you have Igor Shesterkin for the New York Rangers. Pretty fired up about the fact that we are going to get to see both of these guys battle out in this rivalry for at least a few more years. So in keeping with the playoff vibes, we also had really, really bad refs. But outside of that, again, both teams were playing incredibly. I love this new addition of Frank Vatrano to the New York Rangers. They got him in a trade 2 days ago from the Florida Panthers in exchange for a conditional 4th round pick in the 2022 draft. Vatrano is absolutely going to add some depth to our bottom 6. He looked great. I think he's going to be a great fit. Total side note, Claude Giroux is not going to be a Ranger, and I'm fine with that. I do not think that he would fit in with this team well at all. I don't like his attitude. So the first period showed no goals, but we did see Ilya Sorokin put up probably what is going to be the save of the year.
Panarin has always scored well against the Rangers, against the Islanders. He came close there. What a save.
He completely robbed Artemi Panarin. He could never do that again. That was a one-off, but he robs Panarin of a goal. One of the best saves I've ever seen. So congratulations, Sorokin. You've done something good. And after the first period, it is still tied 0-0. No goals scored yet. Then we get into the second period. Anders Lee scores for the New York Islanders on a power play goal. They got on the power play after Barclay Goodrow was called for hooking. Then my little brother pointed something out to me which really made sense. I was like, what? He said, shouldn't that ref know a little bit more about hooking because he's married to one? Then, shortly after the New York Rangers finally catch a break, they get on the power play after Scott Mayfield is called for interference on our new guy, Frank Vatrano. Chris M.F. Kreider. He has been on the ice for 1 minute and 45 seconds already. This guy still has the gas, still has the legs to get his ass on that push, rush forward, gets up there and scores his 40th goal of the season. 40 goals on the season. He ties it up on this power play with his 21st power play goal, and MSG lost it. It was awesome. So we go into the third period tied 1-1, and here's where the shit hits the fan in terms of these refs are horrible. They decide not to call a cross-check from behind that put Mika Zibanejad into the third row, issued by Matt Barzal. But I guess they wanted to make up for the fact that they missed that call, and they're like, oh, we'll make up for it. We'll call the next one. But they got the teams mixed up because then they called Lafreniere for a slashing call. Do they think that they're reffing the Junior Rangers game, the kids that were playing during intermission? Because that was such a made up shitty call. I thought they were definitely on hallucinogenics for sure. The Rangers go ahead and kill that penalty, thank God, and we still got this high energy game going. I've got faith in the Rangers. I don't have faith in the officials, and this is why.
Out a stick. There's a left elbow by Wahlstrom.
So Lindgren gets an elbow to the face, loses his stick, he's taken out of the play. Palmieri then brings the puck up forward, and on the luckiest bounce in the world, it wasn't even a good goal, he gets it past Shesterkin, and that is the game-winning goal. That play was the deciding factor on the outcome of this game. I'm not there to watch a couple of guys who are salty that they never made it to the show make shitty calls on the ice. And Steve Valiquette said, no harm, no foul, but tell that to Ryan Lindgren's bloodied face.
Position. So he gets a no call.
So I want to say, in my opinion, the Rangers played better than the Islanders, that they had the edge the entire game, but I'm not going to say in my opinion. I'm going to say the fact is that the Rangers did outplay the Islanders last night. Ilya Sorokin, beautiful save of the year. It was just whatever that game was. I had a good time anyway. The Rangers are heading down to Tampa to take on the Lightning tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Now, hopefully they are going to have sober refs this time around, but everybody seems to be such haters of the Rangers. But you know what? If I was a Rangers fan, I'd hate them too, because I'd be jealous. Now, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you will hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about last night's game in the comments down below. I'm sure I'll have a lot of Islanders fans telling me that I'm just being butthurt, but you know whose butt probably hurts? Char's, because he got laid out. So I will see you guys all in the next one. And until then, I'm going to go back and watch the Snapchats that I have of the women in the New York Islanders jerseys who were being escorted off the Long Island Railroad. You stay classy, Islanders fans.